Oh, these are all the right way around. Good morning, everybody. Hello, I'm Claudia Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Just putting my decks right way around. Almost done. Bit of housekeeping. So yeah, welcome. It's Friday. Woo! Weekend. How is everyone going? Are you good? These seem to be the right way around in this deck. I'm going to be doing some channeling for good relationships, how it's getting and what's in the energies at the moment. What do the guides want to tell us? I'll also be giving mini reads as well. If you're on here live with me, you can get a mini read. Did you know that? Check out the pinned comment, the comment that's pinned up top of the live chat. That tells you how to get one of the mini reads. Well, I must have done this deck because they're all the right way around. Must have done it already. Housekeeping done. Yeah, mini reads. Check out that pinned comment. The comment's pinned up top of the live chat. That tells you how to do it. It's by donation for those mini reads. There's a PayPal link in that pinned comment for your donation. You can also use Super Chat or Super Sticker here on YouTube. If that's easier for you, go ahead, do that. Hey, Maria. And after you've done your donation, put a capital Q at the start of your comment with your question in for your reading. Now, your question can be super, super specific. It can be yes or no answer question. I will pull cards out as well if it's a yes or no answer question, give you a bit more on it, not just a flat yes or no. Or it could be like a question like higher self guidance or guidance for a particular relationship or whatever you want. Career guidance, totally up to you. So, but let's get into some. I can't speak. Let's get into some cards for all of us. The new diet's going well. Brenda Cat. She came in. She didn't want to eat the biscuits. I had to throw her out because chicken wanted to come in. Chicken came in. She ate the biscuits. So there's nothing wrong with the biscuits. And now she's like sat out there. But if I let her in, she's not going to eat the biscuits. I don't know what's up with her today. So Brenda's outside, I know. Staring at me. Whether it is, but listening to what's going on out there. Maybe I should let her in, because Chicken has been in. I'll let her in. We'll see what she does, see if she's going to eat some biscuits now. Hey! Hey! No, you just want to come in and cause some trouble, huh? It's kind of a cute cat. Yeah, my new diet's going good. I don't mean like weight loss diet, although I am losing fat on this. It's more like, wow, I can't believe it. I'm eating every 2 hours. It's a lot. It's a lot of food. I'm eating more. I'm monitoring myself on my special scanny scales. And yes, the fat's going down. Muscles going up. It's good. Brenda wants cuddles. Hello. But it's a little bit much eating every 2 hours. My body seems to like it though. I didn't realize that I was eating way too little. Anyway, let's get some cards out. So what do the guides have to tell? She's rubbing herself on my feet. What do the guides have to tell us today? What's going on? What did we have on Wednesday? I can't remember. What did I say on Wednesday? Drawing a blank completely. It wasn't any more of the warnings. What was it? The moon. Emotions. She's rubbing her head on the sole of my foot because I've got like my feet, one ankle crossed over the other backwards kind of thing. And she's rubbing her head against the sole of my foot. You're kind of cute. The moon. Emotions. Unknown. You're going to have to remind me what I said on Wednesday because I cannot remember it at all. I don't even have a little bit of a grasp on it. You know, like you do with dreams. You wake up from a dream and you're like, there's a little thread. You can grasp onto it. It's like that with readings too. And I haven't got a thread at all on Wednesday's reading to grasp onto it. Brenna! Can you remember Maria? Or you're probably not on your keyboard. Anyway, the moon. Emotions. Emotional stuff. What's this about? What are you going on about, guys? Seven of Swords, deception. Oh my God, really? I just did an energy update for the 25th of February, and it was a really long one because I had to explain it. And this is the same energy. You can't remember. You've been emotional. Let me explain this then. So, yeah, I wondered why it'd come out in so much detail. It was like 22 minutes long, the daily. I don't do them that long anymore. I try and get them around the 13 to 17 minute mark. But 22 minutes, maybe 23 minutes for that one because of the explanations of the energy. And here we've got it again. It's what the guides want to tell us at the moment. So, where to start? Okay, with coffee. It's always a good start, isn't it? Some of us, and I've included myself in this, are going through life and it's getting better and better for you. But there's a certain level of anxiety still in us. And we've managed to, and this is what we do, especially when we're wounded, we go through life and we manage to get around our trauma, get around our issues and blockages and stuff, kind of live with them and get some kind of stability in our life. And we get really good at that. So it's like if you don't value yourself, right? You don't value yourself, but you could have got yourself to a stable position, like with your money, just by getting shitty jobs because you don't value yourself, but then working long hours in them, right? You've got yourself to a level of stability, but that's not true stability with growth, right? That's just you managing to overcome or get around the core issue of self-esteem problems, right? So that's a simplified version of it. A more complicated version of it is with trauma and anxiety and all of that stuff. When people come towards you, say there's 5 people coming towards you to offer you a job, for a romantic relationship, friendships, whatever. 5 people coming towards you. 2 of them feel really familiar to you. Based on your trauma, your anxiety and all of that kind of thing. They've got a similar level of anxiety. They're in it too, or whatever. They've got the same wounds and all of that kind of thing. You're friends with these. They feel familiar. You're choosing these. You want to get a job with this person, from this person. You want to be their friend. You want to be in a romantic relationship with them. One of them might be the opposite of you, but it still feels familiar. Feels like the ones that have wounded you before. You're not consciously thinking this, but they just feel familiar. It's like, these are my people. The people that you gravitate toward when there's 5 people in front of you, it's these. 2 of them similar to you, 1 of them's kind of the opposite, not good for you. Then there's 2 people in there, and these 2 people in there feel like out of your reach, but you don't, that's not how you see it, like they're beyond me. You think your trauma tells you that these people, or you call it intuition, there's just something not right about them. There's something that I don't like about them. Perhaps they're a bit evil, something like that. They're beyond, they're out of your comfort zone, familiarity zone. These people would be really good for you. They'd offer you a really good job, or they'd be a really good friend, but you can't see that. You're not realizing that your fear of their different energy, you're not seeing that for what it is, the anxiety and the fear for what it is. Instead, you make an excuse around that. And so that's what we've got here is the moon card, emotions, and making that out to be intuition. So you've got a feeling about someone, it's like, oh no, I intuitively think there's something up with that person. It has us choosing the wrong people, is what I'm saying here. 7 of Swords. It's not that other people are deceiving us, it's that we're deceiving ourselves and we're not seeing clearly through our stuff. Yeah? And so we think, I'm doing good in life because I've got myself to this point of stability. The universe is like, oh, you could be doing so much better. You could be doing so much better. And if you're not feeling like, yippee, life's all working out for me and everything is great, I got the best people around me and there's no one's out of my reach kind of thing. And the reason that this pertains to romantic relationships is sometimes and I think maybe I talked about this on Wednesday, sometimes we do this, we're wounded, we've got wounds, we're anxious. So we've got 5 people, Tinder matches, right? Or whatever. 5 people in front of us. A couple of them wound mates. Kind of got the same wounding as we've got. One of them opposite, Well, probably 99 of them are opposite kind of thing. But we're still attracted to them. We still think that they're in our remit. Feel familiar. The abusers, the narcissist, all of that kind of thing. And 2 of them will be... You'll be telling yourself something like, there's no spark there. When really what you mean by that is, the feeling that they give me isn't fear. I'm not feeling the butterflies. And that makes me fear. And that makes me fear them. That I don't feel fear makes me scared. Do you get what I mean? That's what this is. And we know this, right? We can look back and go, well, I got that person totally wrong. I can look back at one particular person. There was this guy, right? I used to go out with a friend of mine, Stephanie. Great. I think she was Canadian. Or was she American? I think Canadian. Great friend of mine. She used to work at, great girl. She used to work at the primary school? No. Pre-primary school. And she lived next door to me. Got on so well with her. We used to go out. And, she'd date so much. She'd always have a guy on the go. And so sometimes we'd end up I'd go out with her and she'd have a date with her or whatever. It's because we lived in a holiday place. They'd be out or whatever. One time we went out. Her particular date was there, but he had his friend with him. And his friend was called Adam. Wholesome. Extremely good looking. In a very wholesome way. So handsome. Great guy. Interested in me. I was like, stay away from me. But I ended up with him, but it was difficult for him to get that, to get me. I was like, way more wanting to talk to like alcoholic friends or people in from the place that I was living in that would all be around the outskirts of that club kind of thing, the people that I knew, the alcohol, people that was just like or a bit of a mess. I was drawn to kind of talking to those people and I was kind of pushing them away. It seems insane now when I look back. Anyway, but I ended up with him. Anyway, he persisted. And he ended up staying at my place. And we swapped numbers and all of that. And we saw each other the next day as well, as a group. Not instigated by me, because I was definitely pushing the guy away. And we stayed in touch and he'd message me every now and then. Just doing wholesome things, right? It was being a normal person. I was being a freak. And he pointed it out. He was giving me such good behavior, getting in touch and asking how I am and all of that kind of thing. And I was pushing him away so much. I didn't recognize it as he was being like super healthy. I just wasn't ready for that kind of thing. Wasn't ready for healthy at all. It's a real shame. And he ended up blowing up at me on messages. I think because I messaged him one time and it was more of a like attention grab or something from me. He recognized it and it's like, you can't just like switch on and switch off with me, I'm not just there like when you want me, ignore me the rest of the time. It just really went off and I could see how badly I treated him looking back. I'm like, what did I do that for? This was like an amazing guy. Crazy. But that's what we do. And no doubt I'm doing that. Like, no doubt I'm doing that. Not as much. I hope not, but maybe still doing something like that. Morning, Connie. You got the job. $3 more than you expected. Awesome. That's cool. Congratulations, Connie. That's good to hear. The moon, the Seven of Swords. So this is what we're talking about when, and we are sure. We're sure in the moment that it's our intuition telling us not to go there, and it's not. We've got to watch ourselves because we're tricky like that. I'm testing mine at the moment, and I kind of sometimes I think I want to message him, and then I think, no, I'm not going to message him. I'm going to see if he messages me. There's some days that I do that, and he does. He messages. So just checking, just like making sure that he's making the effort kind of thing. Six of Wands, victory. I think we've got to get past this stuff to have a victory, to have a good relationship. So I think I'm beyond this now, but there's probably a part of this left in me. I know that the one that I'm focused on now is real healthy. He's got really healthy behavior anyway. He's not showing anything else. He's not showing any red flags yet. Now, I can start telling myself a lie kind of thing but I'm not like obsessed. I'm not thinking about him all the time. I'm not having those intense feelings for him yet. Well, we only had 3 days together, so that's healthy, right? But I could be telling myself those stories now that I don't feel like messaging him all the time. I don't feel like doing those things that I used to do in unhealthy relationships. I'm not getting obsessed about this one. I'm not thinking about him all the time. But it's healthy. I don't have intense feelings. I'm not winding myself up. I'm not watching readings all the time. I still haven't pulled any cards on him. You've just got to watch yourself, because as you're heading toward victory, you can trip yourself up with this stuff. What else? King of Pentacles, the stable one. The stable one, you see, we can tell ourselves, but they're too boring. I want an adventurous type. And our words, even though that's true, that's kind of an excuse. It's an excuse over, I want someone that scares me, some more of the thrill, someone that I think is about to leave me because they've made me feel like that. A lot of us have equated or are familiar with unhealthy relationships and what that makes us feel and how that makes us feel in love, obsessed, a lot of feeling and all of that, when really it's negative feelings causing us to do obsessive stuff. And we've kind of got hooked on that, addicted to it. That's what it is. That's why the Devil card came out. I get it. So in that reading that I did for the 25th of February, the Devil card came out as the advice. And I said it's like we've got to look at what we're attracted to and what we'll push away, what we're repulsed by, and really get to the bottom of that, because we might have it switched. It might be topsy-turvy. And yes, what did I just say before? Oh, lost my thread. Anyway, King of Pentacles, they're stable. It's like, this is a little bit boring. This is a little bit boring, this person. I don't know if I can fall in love with someone so boring and stable and doing good by me. 5 of Swords. I much prefer people that rip my heart out. I much prefer people that rip my heart out. Then I feel something. Feelings. Ooh. An intensity of feelings. This is connected with limerence, you know? It's connected with limerence. We're limerence, right? We want to have that feeling. but we have those feeling, that falling in love feeling, but we have those more intensely with the toxic ones. Oh no. The Magician and Knight of Pentacles. And then all the good guys say, why do all the women go for the bad guys? It's like, because we like to feel that way, because we're crazy like that. The Magician, manifesting, using the resources that we've got. Slowly, taking it slowly. Okay, so the universe is holding something back from us, making it really slow until we get this. It wants to stop us from diving into the wrong relationships based on the feelings that we get. And it wants us to take it slowly towards someone that's stable, that doesn't give us that same intense limerence feelings, but is stable. It's not someone that you're not attracted to. I'm not saying that. I don't ever want anyone to get into a relationship with someone that's boring, safe, and all of that kind of thing. We've all been there and we've done that, haven't we? We don't want that either. We want a good match. But we've got to recognize the intense. We've got to recognize us in our toxic ways, in our toxic in love ways, in our obsessions. We've just done it. We've been there. The ones that we call the twin flame. That's us in our toxic ways, our obsession. We can't stop thinking about them. And we're calling it intuition and the connection and all of that. They're thinking about me, I'm thinking about them, and we're both toxically obsessed and all of that kind of thing. That isn't healthy. And we don't really want someone who gets us into that state. But just like any other kind of an addiction, we want that feeling. We want to get drunk because we like that feeling. We want to take the drugs because we like that feeling. We want someone toxic coming in because we like that feeling. We want to stay hooked on someone that's toxic because we like that feeling. It's the devil energy. Obsession. Just can't get enough of that bad thing. Even if you've got a good thing coming in here, stable one, 6 of Wands, that you can have the relationship that you want, the kind of relationship that you're asking for. You might start pushing it away. That's what the reading's about today. If anyone wants a mini, let me know. Or just get your donations in. Don't let me know. Just put your donation in, do it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the pinned comment. The comment that's pinned up top. You can get mini reads. Doesn't have to be about relationships either. That's what I'm going on about here, because that's what we're interested in here. But me personally, as well. But your mini read can be about anything you want, anything at all. Oh, coffee's good today. Decaf, bit of decaf. Okay, let's get some of this stuff out then. This is Book of Shadows Tarot, as above, deck. What's going on then? And I think, are you all going to be honest with me? Have you done that too? Have you had your Adams in your time? Well, usually we just dismiss them. Like it's... So I wonder what was wrong with him that he persisted with me, really. Because I was toxic as can be. Pushing him away, what the hell? Guy. Taught me how to surf. Oh yeah, we did. Oh, we did. We went out the next day, taught me how to surf. He was a great guy. So what about your Adam? You see, yeah, usually I don't get involved in this at all. Successfully push them away and then go and talk to my freaky friends instead. Okay. Star. The wishes. Can't remember this deck. What does it say about it in this deck? Can never remember that card. Probably just because it's like, is it just a bit of a wet lettuce card? Shouldn't be. It's a star. Where are you? In bulk. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about it. That's why. It just goes on about in bulk. Use milk. It's on about a holiday. It doesn't have anything else. Like, that's all it says about it, about the holiday of in bulk. It doesn't have, like, a meaning of the card or anything like the others do. It goes on about lambs being born and shit. During the celebration, which is focused on purification, it's time of clearing things out, literally and symbolically. Healing, hope, peace, comfort, guidance, direction, a light in the darkness, gentle refreshment. Hey, Mandy. The star. So wishes, and it's healing, and it's hope and peace and comfort. Yes, I want it. Bring it on. Bring it on. I think I'm ready. I'm ready to be untoxic now. Bit of a shock. I didn't think I was toxic at the time. I thought I was great. I thought I was just great. Poor guy. Should get in touch with him and apologise. I won't have his number anymore. Damn, he was so good looking too. Ace of Fire. Now we're talking passion. Yay, that's what we want. Ace of Fire. The One of Fire. The Sun. Nice. Strong personal energy at work. The universe can't get past your shit. That's what it is. This card is something we wish very much to do, not just well, but excellently. It's a hotly burning desire. Yeah. It's that desire. It's like I was saying, it's that desire for the toxic. We've really got to watch ourselves on that. We've got a strong pull to get drunk in love kind of thing. Our limerence is we get much more feeling from that, much more in love feeling from the toxic. And the universe is telling us about this because it's like saying we can't get past this. Your strong personal energy, when you're choosing that, the universe can't bring you something good because you're manifesting it. Yeah, you're manifesting it. So how do we manifest? We get focused on something, and the feeling that we have, how much we want it, and all of that draws it in. Something that makes us feel a lot. Doesn't matter if it's feel bad a lot or feel good a lot, that the magnitude of feeling makes it more powerful what we're focused on, right? And that's how we manifest. That's how we manifest. Now, Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, a little bit boring. Can you have real strong feelings about that to bring it in? Tricky, isn't it? It's tricky. Our greater feelings are toxic, drama, joy, really amazing times it goes up too. But for a lot of us, it's like the negative makes us feel more, especially when we're talking about relationships too. It's like, who did you really, really like? Who did you really, really like? It's like, that toxic one. Really had a lot of feeling for that one. That one that I couldn't get. The one that I can't have. A lot of feeling for that one. Do you know what I mean? Our feelings are intensified. And so the universe is like, you're asking with your words for this particular thing, for stability and for a healthy relationship. But with your feelings and with your energy, you're like, give me that one. Give me that one there. That bad boy there. It's a hotly burning desire. Fireworks. Yes. And I'm not saying that you can't have those fireworks with the person. It's just different. It's just a different level. I'm not saying you need to get together with someone really boring. It's not true. You're not boring. We're everything, right? We're healthy and we're toxic. We're boring and we're fireworks and all of that. And this is about, of course, always balance. Balancing that out, finding someone who's balanced, right? What this reading is saying is like our guide's saying, you're pretty hard to work with, you lot. This is what our guides are saying. You're pretty hard to work with because you're saying that you want these things. We want that for you too. But then you're off on this limerence kind of, give me that toxic stuff. We don't mean to do it, but we've got it in our energy. So we're tricky. That passion. Seven of Earth. Toxic. We're all toxic. Seven of Earth. It's very empowering when we realize that, right? Holy shit, I've been so toxic. Oh, God. Still a bit toxic now. You see, I'm testing him. He keeps on passing the test. He messages me. Keeps on passing the test. Just to the end of the day, I've not messaged him. I wake up the next morning, he messaged me. Seven of Earth, sea creatures. It's time to move carefully, pay attention. Be extra sensitive to energetic flow, to your energetic flow. Are you being toxic in this moment or not? Are you trying to manifest something toxic or healthy? Or are you being super, super boring because and trying to manifest the boring that's not really right for you? You're going in the other direction because you've been hurt too much from the toxic. It's always about balance. And unfortunately, when we have like super, super toxic, we're like, shit, don't want that. And then we go for super, super boring and it's like, bah, 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 bah. Oh my God. You're toxic because you're still focused on your DM, yeah. Still getting synchronicities. And you see, you're manifesting it. That's the thing, you're manifesting it, Maria. We can manifest it. What are the synchronicities? The synchronicities are the universe saying this is a match to the energy that you're putting out. When we are hyper-focused on someone and something, we're going to get those synchronicities. It doesn't mean that the universe is saying that they're right for you. It means that this is a match to the energy you're putting out, and you're putting it out strongly. So yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. We're super toxic. We've been super toxic. And the guides had us in that for ages with these goddamn readings. They had us in that. They were encouraging that. Why? Because I was in that energy. They couldn't get past it. They couldn't get past our energy. They couldn't get past my energy. Okay. What did I just say then? I can't remember. Holy crap. Just stupid bloody menopause. The menopause book that I'm reading, it says that once you're on the other side of menopause, you get this losing words and memory and stuff like that. It comes back again when your body gets used to the new status quo of the hormones and stuff. It's just a few years you're going through it. You turn stupid. I'm noticing it. I'm losing words and stuff. Thank God it's going to come back. Now's the time to move carefully, pay attention, be extra sensitive to energetic flow and where you're at and stuff. Flow as gracefully as possible without jarring or upsetting the balance. Okay, we'll try. Oh, and don't. Yes. Oh my God, yes. The energy update today. As I was watching myself this morning, I was trying to will myself to say what was on the table there. Because what was on the table in the cards was, don't say yes to the stuff that you've been saying no to. There was that Queen of Swords in there. And I said it in the reading bit, but when I went over it, I kind of skipped over that bit. When I went over what the energies were toward the end of it, I'm like, and definitely don't go back on the stuff that you decided to say no to. Don't change your mind and start saying yes to it. Same reason here. So our energy is manifesting all kinds of things. We are drawing a healthy relationship to us, but we've still got toxic energy in there, and we're still kind of attracting the shit too. And when the shit comes back in, the ones that we thought were our twin flames, and the ones that we've been obsessed about, and whatever, that shit, they can come back in. They can come back in. And when they do, we've got to be extra careful. And it's like, no, this isn't what I want. And I see how I've attracted it. I see how I've still been in a bit of that energy, how I've still been focused on it, how I've still been wanting a bit of that excitement and all of that kind of thing, and a bit of that toxic. But just pay close attention, because you can still say no to it and go, still got it within me to bring them in like that. Tempting. Try so hard to hold your energy back, but struggle because you feel your freedom is being stopped. Right. Yeah. Oh. Circle. So Maria, your one of your wounds then is about lack of freedom and stuff like that. So you'd rather be free to express yourself. You haven't been expressing yourself properly, and so it's hindering this kind of situation too. Do you understand? It's not about him. It's about your wounds of not being yourself and not being allowed to be yourself and holding yourself back from that. It's kind of adding a layer onto it. It's a different issue. It's with everyone, not just them kind of thing, not just him, but it's with everyone. The circle. It's gathering your stuff around you, isn't it? The circle. My friend and trainer Win came up to me yesterday and he put his arm on my shoulder because we're buddies. I love his energy. Hey, he's only 22. He's so cheery. He's just got such great energy. Put his arm on my shoulder and he said, "Claire, how long have you lived here?" I said, 6 years. He said, "Remember, this road was sand, like the main road." I'm like, oh my God, yes. When the road was sand, there was a bit of concrete. There was like concrete slabs. You know when roads are like concrete slabs and when you go over it's like da-da, you go over the joints? It was like that in part. There were concrete slabs. It was quite small. It wasn't very wide road, the main road. But these concrete slabs, at some point there'd be a concrete slab, and on the other side of the road, concrete slab, and then patch of sand for a while. But the concrete slab on the other side of the road, so you just go over that side of the road and ride on someone else's, their side of the road. It's quite dangerous. But some was just sand. It was concrete, sand, and you'd off the concrete into the sand. It was crazy. I'd totally forgotten about that until he said it. Yeah, right outside the gym, it was sand there. Quite a steep hill, that bit as well. Anyway, the circle. God, distraction. Why did it make me think of that? My people. It's one of my people. The Hanged Man. Creating a safe, clean environment for yourself, setting boundaries, focusing exclusively on the spiritual for a time. You might not trust yourself at the moment. It might be good not to trust yourself at the moment. Just paying a lot of attention to what you're attracted to and what you're pushing away. Because we might have things topsy-turvy at the moment, and just noticing that everything that's going on at the moment is like, what is this inside of me? Is this an attraction because it's toxic, or is it a repulsion because it's healthy? That kind of thing. Two of Earth is about weighing up the options, right? Weighing up the options. Weighing up those options. Two of Earth. Some people on this island are just incredible people. Amazing energy. Two of Earth, where are you? He left too, and then he came back. Thank God he came back. I really missed him when he was gone. Two of Earth, the beach. The beach where the earth meets the ocean, where the stable land gives way to shifting sand. The balance of the emotional and the solid. You get what this is saying, right? The sand and the ocean. The earth and the ocean. The earth is very solid, stable, boring in a way. The water, it's all over the place. It's emotional. It's that limerent's gone crazy kind of thing. It's the opposite. Now, where they meet in the middle, it's the best of both worlds. It's the balance of the stable and that good feeling stuff. I think I found it. And my person is healthy, is doing the right things, is treating me really good, and is getting in touch every day, and is that. And I can trust him to, sort himself out and do his own stuff, and his approach is just very, very sensible and all of that, and it's great. But on top of that, he's like the travel stuff, and I'm very attracted, the chemistry off the charts with him and all of that. So that's there, and that's great. I'm not getting into that crazy limerence thing and obsessing about him now, which is really good too. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? So that's what we're talking about here, is that balance. It's going to feel unusual when you find it. And you might start pushing it away because it will feel weird. You're looking for both at the same time, right? Space is not always clearly defined either. Tides move in and out, changing the boundaries, creating new temporary environments. Tidal pools are filled, so it might fluctuate. You might be asking yourself, is this toxic? Or is this is this a little bit too exciting, or is this a little bit too boring? It's gonna, like the tides, that balance point is going to move up and down just as you do as well. Sometimes you're a bit more toxic, sometimes you're a bit more stable. It's a sense of entering an exotic world filled with beauty and dangers that we know little about. The balance, water and earth, we live here as equals. The earth does not contain the water entirely. The water does not destroy the earth. Our physical experience and our soul can balance and nurture and enhance each other. Ooh. Nice. Balanced energy. Yes, very nice. The Crone of Air. She closes the book on something. So that's the end of that. End of the story. And they all lived happily ever after, she says. And she closes the book. There's some things that we just need to go, I get it now. This person makes me toxic, obsessed, whatever, because they got this toxic thing going on, because they're not in balance. What I really want is balance. And closing the book, finishing that story. I think maybe on Wednesday I said it, something about we've got to lose hope that something can happen. We don't really want it to happen. The universe doesn't want it to happen. It's at odds. Some of us are asking for two things. With our words and with our mind, we're asking for healthy thing. In our energy, in our focus and stuff like that, we're focused on the unhealthy one. In our feelings and like wishing that some toxic thing would come good. We're focused on the toxic thing too. So we're focused on two things, right? Very confusing for the universe. How can we have the thing that we really want, the healthy that we really want? Well, this is saying that you've got to lose hope that the toxic thing can ever come good, yes. Close the book on it kind of thing. Stop telling yourself the story that it's anything but what it is. A lot of this is about recognizing we are being toxic when we're in that obsessed state. And that means whoever puts us in that state is a toxic relationship. Because a healthy relationship puts us in a good state. Unless we're completely unhealed, like I was. Adam didn't put me in a good state. He just made me shine out my toxicity. That's what I mean. It's like, how did he even persevere with me? Like, what was up with him that he persevered with me? He should have said no straight away. He had a bit of something going on there, right? Lack of self-esteem to go for me. Something, yeah. Anyway, so we've got to actually close that story, meaning that person's never coming back. Well, they're going to try, but it's done now. I recognize what it brings out in me. I recognize that it's just done. That there's a sense of something that is done already, that we've lost hope for already. We need to actually go, well, this is the end of the story. I fully understand it now, and that is not for me. And so if it comes back again, it's just a no. It's just a no from me. Yeah. What? Maiden of Earth. And then we set ourselves free and we can go dancing around in the field of flowers like that, going, woo, having a gay time. Maiden of Earth. What else did he say to me yesterday? Claire, what's the difference between a ladyboy and a gay man? Yeah. He was having this conversation with another boy, you see, because the other boy had got it wrong, like confused. He'd called, I don't know what, a gay guy a ladyboy or the other way around. And so Wynne was trying to explain to him that they're not the same thing, and they're not the same thing. So I was trying to explain the difference too. And I said, and I've got friends. I've got ladyboy friends and I've got gay man friends. And he said, oh yeah, me too. Which doesn't surprise me, but it's harder to be friends with ladyboys than it is with gay guys. He agreed with that as well. They're a bit more extreme, ladyboys, and they can be real bitches. And I like some of them. 1, 2, 3. 3 ladyboy friends. Oh, 4. Yeah, she's a bitch. 2 of them real bitchy. 3 are really bitchy, yeah. One of them isn't at all. They can be a bit trouble. But I like them, but I wouldn't trust them that much, eh? Maiden of Earth. She takes a place among the new blossoms of the field. She brings a sense of lightness and gratitude, joyful appreciation and celebration of everyday blessings. It's like, phew. It's like that kind of an energy. When you get out of, when you finally leave behind your yearning for a toxic situation, actually close the book on it, then you set yourself free, and it's like a phew kind of an energy. Phew. And you can be a lot lighter then, grateful, appreciating the more subtle things instead of the extreme things. Make sense? Tiki! Brenda's in there. If I let chicken in, she'll just growl at Brenda. She hates her. She's staring at her now with bitch eyes through the window. Now when cats like purse their lips and they put their whiskers a little bit forward, bitch face. Oh, she's falling asleep. Sat up. The crone of Earth. She's saying, come hither. In her wisdom. You're very quiet today. What's going on? Nobody's got a mini read. The crone of Earth. Lays the earth to rest. Even the earth must regenerate. There's a time for everything in this life, including death. A time for death. A time to be saying no. A time for the old stuff to come back in and try again, and for us to say no to it. There's always that period, isn't there? After we decide we're not going to do something out, we're not going to do someone again, not going to do something again, that we're over something. We get those little tasks. It seems like that. It's just the energy is still around a little bit as it tapers off, as it tapers out of our experience. Comes back in again. Hey, do you want some more of this crap? No, thanks. There's a time for that. There's a time for the no thanks. I still don't want it. Hey, do you want more of this crap? Nope, still don't want it. And then the three of Earth. I've got lots of Earth today. Earthy energy. Stability. 3. Plant life. 3 of Earth is a result of what can be done when different elements combine together. Working with others as part of a team will allow you to accomplish more or even something entirely different than if you were to work alone. So, what I'm getting from this is someone's on the same page. You're going to meet someone, be bringing someone in that's on the same page here, that's realised this too, that's turned their back on the toxic stuff too. It's very particular about what they're bringing in. And they're going to appreciate your energy of being very particular about what you're bringing into. Someone that's saying no more than they're saying yes. And coming together with someone like that. Now, how it said that the tide, that balance, it's going to be, sometimes they'll be a little bit more toxic, you'll be a little bit more toxic. But as you're getting that dance together to that stability, it'll take some time. It'll take some time. What next? Shall we do Miserable Ladies next? I was terrified yesterday because in the afternoon I had a swim in the pool. I don't usually swim. I usually dunk myself in and go hang off the edge and, just relax in the water. But I actually swam, like, back and forth, back and forth. It's a circular pool, so it's kind of circular and then a bit weird shaped at the bottom, but I went kind of across the diameter as best as I could, back and forth, back and forth. My watch said, hey, it looks like you're swimming. Do you want to do this, record this workout? So I said, yes. I thought this is a really nice thing to do. Maybe I should do this more often. Actually swim in this pool in the afternoons. And I did. I can't remember how many laps I did. And then swim for about 8 minutes or something. I sat out in the sun for a while. And then it clouded over a little bit. So I came in to have my shower, and I was in the shower, and it's really noisy outside. What's going on? It sounds like rain. Got out of the shower and look out the window, it's pouring down with rain. The people that had been by the pool in the sunshine moments earlier were like, what the hell? In fact, they were really enjoying it. They were in the pool and taking videos of themselves swimming in the rain and stuff. Like, that's wild. But that's not the thing that scared me. The thing that scared me was, I presume it has something to do with that. When I went to bed, went to put my watch on charge, because it was like 38%. And it went ping, and it showed the green lightning thing, but it wasn't charging. Half an hour later, it was still on, then it was on 36, and it's like, it's lost charge on the charge. And kept on, like, putting it back on my wrist, polishing it up or whatever, cleaning it off, putting it back on, and it wouldn't charge. So I put it back on my wrist. It got down to even less, 20-something. Put it back on my wrist, went to sleep, and this morning when I woke up, put it on charge. I was thinking, like, damn, it's not even 2 years old. Put it on charge this morning and it was charging up. It was scary. I want the information. I don't want to lose that. I would buy myself another. It should still be in warranty. But I think it's got something to do with swimming. I did do moisture lock on it. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Have you got an Apple Watch? I do moisture lock on it before I swim now. Because if you don't do that, it says that you're in a loud environment when it's in the water. It says I'm in a loud environment when I'm riding my bike too. The air rushing past the watch. Water rushing past it, air rushing past it. It doesn't like it. What else, guys? Tell us more about this. Shall I use these? Do we need more? It's pretty clear, isn't it? I don't think I'm going to do those. Not today. Not today, Satan. This one. And this one. Anyone want a mini read? Get them in now, because you haven't got an apple. Only my beliefs are in my way. Deconstructing doubt. So when you have doubts about someone, you really need to deconstruct that and ask yourself, why are you doubting? Is it really... Yeah, we've really got to question ourselves. It's like, have I got this completely the opposite way around than what it is? Acknowledging apprehension. When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's always a no. You see, and this is what we've been in. The apprehension isn't often true. And when it's a hell yes, it's often when you should be apprehensive. One more. It's pretty helpful, these cards. I do like this deck. You know what I'm going to do today for the pick a card read? I'm going to do a Valentine's read. I might do one next week as well. I might do Who's Your Valentine? And then I might do one, What Can You Expect on Valentine's Day? Or, more of a general kind of about your Valentine's Day. Releasing expectations. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not. I'll be a little bit more open then and not try to manifest what it is. So if the heightened energy things that we're trying to manifest are probably not the things that are right for us. Integrating the ego. Everything is for me, not against me. Everything's teaching us. Things are teaching us. But do we really want to choose a lesson relationship again? Integrating the ego, realizing the ego, or something like that. The healer. This is us, the healer. Well, it could be them too. God. What else? The crown. What you've learned through your healing. Getting a medal. The healer. And as a healer, we go through many stages, don't we? We do all kinds of toxic stuff as the healer until we've healed ourselves. And then we can become the crown healer, the one that really gets it, the one that stops using our powers against us. Who are we coming together with? Cave. It's someone who kind of keeps their energy to themselves, perhaps a little bit of a hermit energy here. See, there's that masculine hand there just kind of touching the feminine hand. It's a slow approach. It's a little bit. It's not full on. It's not like sweep you off your feet, love bomb you, that kind of thing. Someone taking things slowly, just to. See, I'm getting that they will have. They're keeping to themselves because they've learned to. Yeah, they've done some healing work too. They've learned too of how the choices have kind of been against them. So not the majority of the male population then. The majority of the male population are just going for who they're sexually attracted to. And then who they're most sexually attracted to, and they're not really making better decisions than that. And then they're like, oh, she's not good. Women are all like this. Like, seriously. Majority of the male population are doing that. New mushroom supplements. Reishi, lion's mane, mushroom complex, mushrooms. I'm taking nootropics. I'm not taking reishi. I started taking, what's it called? Ashwagandha. I started taking ashwagandha now in the evenings. I have maca in the morning, I have ashwagandha in the evenings. Anyone else? You're having the adaptogens. They help with our hormones, they help regulate cortisol and stuff like that. The cave, what else? Ooh, agape. Lovely. This is agape love. It's like unconditional, expansive. Ooh, it's very high spiritual love energy, that. Beautiful. That's really nice energy. Someone that keeps to themselves and will come in very slowly, kind of thing. Just with a little touch, gentle touch. But they've got all of this unconditional love in them. And tell us more about this relationship then. And with the healer and the crone, learning how to not use that against us. Tell us about this relationship. The empty room. Starting from nothing with nothing to lose. It's building on foundations from ground zero. Not all the bullshit that we've built up. Starting again from ground zero. That kind of maiden of earth energy as well. As like, now I've got rid of that stuff. We can build something from nothing. Something about no expectations in there as well. It's just setting off on that course with someone who wants to do the same thing. The animal. This card keeps on coming out though, but both focused, both desiring each other. There's a lot of animalistic urge to do this. That's going to be there, but the toxic's not going to be there. So the chemistry and all of that is going to be there. So there's going to be feeling, but not the amount of limerent feeling born from toxicity, not the amount of obsessiveness from you because of the amount of feeling about them, which is born from toxicity. But the animalistic kind of focus on each other and wanting each other, that's going to be there. These are both black and white, apart from a bit of blue there in the eye too. Blue, about emotions. Bit of purple in that too, so spiritual. Very little colour in this though, so it's clear, it's plain, it's clear. You're not left guessing when it's black and white. See, there's just a hint of purple in the empty room and there's just a hint of blue in the animal there. Spiritual and emotional. What do I say about how you're choosing somebody? They've got to be on the same page. You've got to be attracted to each other physically. Status, same status as each other, kind of thing. Financials and stuff like that. Same intellectually, not the same, but same levels. And emotionally, have they done the work? Have they got compassion and all of that kind of stuff? Like, have they grown in themselves emotionally, got some emotional intelligence? And the spiritual, the values, are the values the same? So we're talking about, we get to start again with a blank page with those two things in place, the spiritual and the emotional with this person. The physical. Nothing about status here, but we do have that King of Pentacles, stable one. That's what I've got for you. Sleep well, Maria. Good night. Thanks for coming along. Thanks everyone for coming along. I'm done today. It's pretty clear what this is all about. So be wise about it all. Thanks everyone for coming along. Nobody to thank for your donations because nobody did it, but that's okay too. Check out your Valentine's pick a card read later on my YouTube channel. And I'm not sure which one I'm going to do today. Valentine's Day or Who is your Valentine? Which one shall I do? Who's your Valentine or What can you expect on Valentine's? Something like that. Have a great weekend, everybody. I hope it's really good. And I'll see you all on Monday. Let's do this all over again on Monday and see if there's any change. I wonder if someone's coming in for Valentine's Day. Kind of half expect him just to show up. It's only 4 days off. I just kind of expect him to show up, really. Just try and surprise me. Okay, have a good one, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.